We surveyed over 800 women aged 50 and above about what they actually notice first when they look at men over 60. Number 3 on this list? It shocked even me. And before you assume it's all about muscles or height, drop a comment and let me know where you're watching from right now. Here's what most guys get wrong. Number 4 on this list is something 90% of men completely ignore, even though it reveals more about your self-care habits than almost anything else. And here's the kicker. Women spot it from across the room. I'm going to walk you through all 5 body parts, explain exactly why they matter more after 60, and show you what women are really paying attention to when they size you up. Stick around because number 5 might sound simple at first, but the psychology behind it will completely shift how you present yourself every single day. Let's dive in. Body part number 5 is your posture. Now I know what you're thinking. Posture isn't technically a body part. But hear me out, because this is the very first thing women notice before they even look at your face. 72% of the women we surveyed said a man's posture tells them more about his lifestyle than his actual fitness level. Think about it. When you're standing in line at the coffee shop, getting out of your car, or walking across a parking lot, women are watching. Are your shoulders rolled forward? Is your head jutting out in front of your chest? Does your entire body look like it's collapsing inward? Here's the truth. After 60, posture can deteriorate fast if you're not paying attention. But women aren't comparing you to some 25-year-old. They're asking a completely different question. Is this man still engaged with life, or has he mentally checked out? That's the message your posture sends. It's the difference between vitality and surrender. I've seen guys with incredible physiques, broad shoulders, strong arms, hours spent in the gym. But they walk around like the world's beaten them down. Their heads hang forward, their backs are rounded, and their whole presence screams, "I'm exhausted." Then there's the average guy. Maybe he's carrying a little extra weight around the middle, but he stands tall. His chin stays level, his chest is open, and he moves like he still owns the room. Which one do you think gets the second look? The answer is obvious. Women are wired to pick up on whether you're still alive and present, or whether you've mentally checked out. And at 60, 65, or 70, you don't have youth to hide behind anymore. Your physical structure speaks for you. The good news? This isn't genetic. It's not about how tall you are or your bone structure. It's about making a conscious choice to stand tall instead of letting gravity win. Pull your shoulders back. Keep your head aligned with your spine. It sounds almost too simple, but most men have no idea how powerful this one shift is for first impressions. Now let's move to something far more revealing than most guys realize. Body part number 4. Hands. Body part number 4 is your hands. And no, I'm not talking about size or strength. I'm talking about the overall condition of your hands, your nails, your skin, basic grooming. Women call hands the honest body part because you can hide almost everything else. You can wear clothes that cover your stomach. You can style your hair to hide a receding hairline. You can pick glasses that make you look sharp. But your hands? They're out there for everyone to see, and they tell the truth. After 60, signs of aging show up on your hands faster than almost anywhere else. Veins become more visible. Skin texture changes. Age spots appear. That's all completely normal. The question women are asking isn't whether your hands look young. It's whether you're paying attention to the small details or only focusing on what's obvious in the mirror. Taking care of your hands takes less than a minute a week. Trimming your nails, filing them, pushing back your cuticles, that's it. But most men completely ignore this. Let me be honest with you. I've been on dates where a man's hands immediately told me I wasn't going to see him again. Not because his hands were rough or worn from work. Working hands can actually be attractive. Calluses from lifting, building, doing physical labor? That signals capability. That's a good thing. But neglected hands, uneven nails, dry cracked skin, cuticles that haven't been touched in months send a completely different message. They tell me this man doesn't pay attention to details, and if he's ignoring something this visible and easy to fix, what else is he overlooking? There's a big difference between hands that work hard and are still cared for, and hands that have been completely abandoned. Now here's where some guys overcorrect. If your hands look too polished, like you just walked out of a spa, that can backfire too. It can come across like you're trying too hard or seeking approval. Women pick up on that instantly. The sweet spot? Clean, trimmed, clearly maintained. Nothing fancy, Nothing over the top, just proof that you still take care of yourself. At this stage of life, you already know details matter. Your career taught you that. Your relationships taught you that. So why would you ignore something women notice every single time you shake their hand or pass them a menu? And if you're finding this valuable so far, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button right now. I drop content like this every week to help you level up in every area of your life. Don't miss out. All right, let's keep going. Body part number 3, neck and jawline. Body part number 3 is your neck and jawline. Before you think, well, I can't change that, hold on. This isn't about having the razor-sharp jawline you had in your 30s. Women understand aging. We know what 60, 65, 70 actually looks like. We're not looking for perfection. We're looking for visible effort. We're looking for a man who still cares about himself. After 60, fat naturally accumulates under the chin. Skin loses elasticity, neck muscles weaken. This happens to everyone. But here's the thing, some men fight it. Others surrender to it completely, and women notice that difference from across the room. There's a clear distinction between a jawline that still has definition and one that blends into the neck. Between a neck that holds structure and one that's practically disappeared. We're not looking for youth. We're looking for discipline. Your face is the first thing people see and the last thing they stop looking at. Genetics play a role, sure. Some guys naturally store more fat in the neck area. Some have stronger jawlines, but consistent effort always shows. Overall body fat matters more here than anywhere else. Losing just 5 pounds can sharpen your jawline. Losing 10 can bring back definition you thought was gone forever. You don't need visible abs. You just need a neck that hasn't vanished. Strength training helps too. Especially compound movements that engage your back. Deadlifts, rows, pull-ups. When done safely, these exercises strengthen the muscles that support your neck and posture. And here's the connection. Your neck position is directly tied to your posture. If your head is constantly leaning forward, your neck disappears. When your head stays aligned over your spine, your jawline comes back. At this point in life, you've got an advantage younger guys don't. You understand discipline. You've built careers. You've raised families. You've handled responsibility. Using that same steady effort here is just applying the wisdom you already have. This takes time. Real visible change usually shows up after 3 to 6 months. But that time's going to pass anyway. You might as well choose progress instead of decline. Let me give you an example. There's a guy named Marcus. At 67, he lost 12 pounds over 4 months. He added daily chin tucks and posture exercises to his routine. Nothing extreme. Within a month of hitting his goal weight, 3 different women approached him at an art gallery event. His exact words? I didn't realize how much I'd let myself go until I saw the difference. Now let's talk about something most men completely underestimate, but women notice constantly. Body part number 2 is your forearms. Yeah, you heard me right. Forearms. This surprises most people. But think about it. Forearms are visible in almost every social setting. Short sleeves. Rolled up sleeves when you're paying for something, reaching for something, opening a door. Women see your forearms all the time, and we interpret them in a very specific way. Most guys don't expect this. They spend hours doing curls and bench presses to build their upper arms and chest, which, by the way, rank way lower on this list. Meanwhile, forearms? Completely ignored. That's backwards. Women aren't admiring forearms for aesthetics. We're looking for proof of capability. Strong forearms signal usefulness. Competence. Real-world strength. Can you lift something without struggling? Can you fix something? Can you handle physical tasks with ease? This instinct runs deep. Forearms represent practical strength, and it shows more clearly in your forearms than almost anywhere else on your body. Here's where most guys go wrong. They think isolated gym exercises like wrist curls will build impressive forearms. They might help a little, but they completely miss the point. What actually builds strong, defined forearms? Real-world use. Carrying heavy grocery bags, moving furniture, doing yard work, farmer's carries, hanging from a pull-up bar as long as your grip allows. These real-life tasks demand sustained grip strength, and that demand is what forces your forearms to adapt and grow stronger. Here's what makes this even more interesting. After 60, forearms respond to training better than almost any other visible muscle group. You're not fighting the same hormonal changes that make chest or arm growth harder later in life. Grip strength relies heavily on nerve signals and muscle coordination, and both of those systems stay highly trainable well into your 70s and beyond. Another factor, vascularity. I'm not talking about extreme bodybuilder veins. I'm talking about natural, visible veins that signal health and vitality. This kind of vascularity quietly communicates energy, healthy circulation, and physical capability. And people notice it immediately. I've had countless moments where a man's forearms caught my attention more than his face. There's something deeply attractive about hands that look capable and active, connected to forearms that look strong and defined. It's not logical. It's not a checklist. It's an instinctive reaction rooted in signs of usefulness and strength. And here's the best part. You don't need a special gym routine to achieve this. When you regularly lift genuinely heavy objects, carry them farther, and rely on your hands for real tasks, instead of endlessly scrolling your phone, your forearms naturally get stronger and more defined without you even thinking about it. Meanwhile, most guys obsess over muscles they see in the mirror: chest, abs, biceps. They spend all their time on areas that rarely matter in day-to-day life while neglecting the body parts women actually notice during normal interactions. Women focus on signs of usefulness, capability, and engagement with the world. Forearms show all of that instantly, without saying a word. Before I reveal number 1, if you're getting value from this, smash that like button and drop a comment telling me which body part surprised you the most. And make sure you're subscribed. I've got more content coming that you don't want to miss. All right, let's get to number 1. Body part number 1, eyes and overall expression. Body part number 1 is your eyes and overall expression. This is where most men unconsciously shrink themselves, and it's time to stop. You already have intelligence, wisdom, and life experience earned through decades of effort. Now it's time to reflect that outward. And it all starts with your eyes and the way you carry your expression. Your eyes aren't just tools to see the world. They show the world who you are. They communicate confidence, intent, and inner stability. The shift begins the moment you change how you think about yourself. Take control of your physical presence. Stand a little taller. Walk with purpose. Move like someone who knows where he's going, even if the destination isn't crystal clear yet. This quiet confidence spreads through your entire body and changes how others perceive you. When you walk into a room, you're not just entering. You're sending a message that you belong there and that you have value. That message gets delivered before you even say a word. Now here's the uncomfortable thought a lot of men have, but rarely admit. The idea that it's too late to start, that belief is completely false. In reality, this stage of life is the perfect time to begin. You've lived long enough to understand what truly matters and what doesn't. You've earned your place. At 60, 65, or even 70, you're not competing against anyone else. Most people your age have already stopped improving. That alone sets you apart. This is your chance to rise above the ordinary by continuing when everyone else quits. Don't trap yourself in overthinking every detail. Your biggest obstacle isn't age, it's doubt. Remove that doubt immediately by committing to action. You don't need to transform everything overnight. Start with small, deliberate changes. Stay present in conversations. Smile genuinely. Keep your head level and lifted. These aren't dramatic moves, but they send powerful signals. They show the world, and more importantly yourself, that you're still engaged, still capable, that you still have something meaningful to offer, and that truth deserves to be visible. Remember this clearly. You carry experience most people will never have. You've lived fully, learned continuously, and endured challenges that shaped you. Instead of fixating on the past, focus on the present. What lies ahead is what matters now. The core message to carry with you is simple. Your eyes and the expression behind them reveal self-respect. Own that fully. Move through life with intention and purpose. Don't delay this shift. The right moment is now. Earlier I mentioned that most men your age have stopped improving. Now you know why you're different, because you choose not to stop. You're exactly where you should be. It's not too late. In many ways, this is the ideal stage of life to take control with clarity and confidence. Now here's a bonus factor that separates men who quietly surrender to age from those who use it as a source of authority. Your voice, your pace, your volume, your tone. Many people describe it as a command signal. No matter how strong your posture is, if your voice is too soft, too rushed, or trails off at the end of sentences, the signal weakens. After 60, a lot of men unconsciously start speaking more quietly, more quickly, or less clearly. This is rarely due to physical decline. More often, it comes from years of stepping back, deferring, or believing their words carry less weight. That habit sends an instant message of hesitation and low confidence. Women notice it immediately. We're not looking for loudness or aggression. We're drawn to presence. A voice that sounds steady, grounded, and comfortable, filling space without forcing it. Think about men you deeply respect, leaders, decision makers, men who are at ease with themselves. Their voices share a calm depth. They speak clearly, deliberately, and without rushing. That alone commands attention. All right, there you have it. The 5 body parts women instantly notice in men over 60, plus that bonus tip on voice and tone. Posture, hands, neck and jawline, forearms, and your eyes and expression. None of this is about chasing perfection. It's about showing visible effort. It's about signaling to the world that you're still engaged, still capable, and still taking care of yourself. If this video added value to your life, do 3 things for me right now. 1. Hit that like button. 2. Subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you never miss my next upload. And 3. Drop a comment below and tell me, which body part are you going to start focusing on first? I read every single comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay strong, stay present, and keep showing up.